Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Discriminating Gamer and another unboxing video. Today we're taking a look at Dragon Eclipse by Awaken Realms. Okay, now I gotta tell you, this is a real tight shot in this box because this box is ginormous. Look at that thing. Okay, that's my hand. That's just, oh my gosh, this thing is so huge. So I don't think I need my camera zoomed out that far once we get it open, so it's just really tight right now. It'll also give you a better idea what the back of this box looks like. Okay, now, this game, Dragon Eclipse, is a cooperative game. It's a campaign game, but it's set in the colorful universe inhabited by element-wielding creatures named Mistlings. Okay, so yeah, and I do like Awaken Realms. I like their stories. I like their campaign stuff and everything else. It's always been really good to play. And I've had fun playing all their games. Now, this one here also, it's a campaign game. It also supports PvP mode. All right, and it looks like a challenging roguelite play. The game combines narrative exploration with tactical combat, resulting in a unique experience like no other. That's going to be interesting. I'm going to take a look at how that is, but I'll tell you what, to me, the campaign aspect is where these games really shine, and Awaken Realms just blows it away. All right, so we got 14 up. You're looking at 90 to 180 minutes per play, and you're looking at 1 to 2 players are going to play this game. And if you come over here and take a look at this, holy criminy, people. 528 standard cards, 130 standard cards in boosters, all right, and then 209 small cards. Oh, you might want to pause, go get something to drink, and come back because, oh my gosh, this is going to take a while. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to get this thing opened up, and let's see what's inside, and let's see how this thing is packed. Okay, and I'll tell you what, there is a lot. This is a heavy box. There is a lot inside of this thing. So this, I have a feeling, is going to take a while. But you know what? That's okay. I will get this thing done. All right. As long as my mic don't fail on me. How about we that? I've been having problems with my mic lately, and it's been failing. And yeah, I don't want to have to redo this one like I had to do some others. That would be bad. Okay. So now that we got all that off, let's take a look at what's going to be inside this box. Now, so it looks like it's basically a standard size box where they're going to have like this small lid and this big filler piece. Now, this is very typical of Awaken Realms. We're going to have a start here guide. Okay, so, and I like how they do this because it tells you how to do all your unboxing. Now, unboxing instructions for this game is going to be 30 to 40 minutes. So we'll see how much of this I'm going to open up because I like to keep everything where it's at because these manuals right here tell you how to organize and tell you how to put everything together, which is so helpful. But once you get it all out of whack, then it's horrible to try to figure it out from there. All right, so we'll come down here. It looks like we have our boosters, which is going to tell you what's in all of our boosters. All right, place foil cards in a different area. Yeah, ugh. Congratulations, you're ready to start the game. So once you get going through all of this, and like I said, you're looking at 30 minutes, 40 minutes to get all this stuff done. Now you got your first journey, which is going to be 2 hours to 150 minutes. So you're looking at 2 to 3 hours to play this one. Your adventure rules are going to be on page 3. First combat's going to be on page 10. So it looks like this is going to kind of walk you through everything. All right. And kind of teach you how to play. Oh, wow. I got to pay attention to my camera because I think I'm still zoomed in a little bit or still up a little bit too high. So you quite can't see everything there. All right, so we're going to have our symbols. We're going to see what our items are going to look like. You know what? Just because I'm going to flip back one page, I'm going to make sure that you guys can actually see what all that is right there, just like that. Okay. All right, and we got that one. Now let's flip over to this page. All right, so there's our tests. But yeah, I remember when this game actually was out on the crowdfunding and stuff like that, and I looked at it. Oh, it really did. It looked so good. It looked so good. All right, there's our end of our exploration. I don't know if this is helping you guys any or not, but yeah, I'm so close to my camera right now that I kind of have to do this just a little bit different just because this box is so large. And if I have my camera up any higher, I won't even be able to see it. So you guys are just going to have to pause it, take a look at what you want to take a look at. Okay, there we go. All right, and we're about to the end of this particular book. 2-player rules, setup. All right, and there's your adventure tags. All right, and that is our start here book. Now, this is going to be our rule book. So I'll tell you what, we have a huge rule book. Let's slide that off to the side, and let's just open this thing up. Now this is, oops, sorry about that. This is a 36-page rulebook. All the combat tags are going to be down here. And let's see what we have. Okay, so we're just going to do it like this, and we should be fine. So we have a nice table of contents over here on the side, and look at that component list. Oh my gosh, there is just tons of components all over the place. All right, here's a nice little introduction, starting the miscellaneous, your young Ember, your young Icelane, starting your game, game order, and then before your scenarios. So it looks like it's going to be interesting how they have all this put together. Okay, performing deck construction. Whew. I'll tell you what, Awaken Realms has some of my favorite games, but man, they're kind of a beast. Once you get going, once you learn them and you get playing, they're fine, but sometimes it takes a little bit just to get into them. And there is a lot to these things. But the cool thing is, like I said, I find that they're not super difficult once you actually understand the game. So, I mean, I remember when I first got Nemesis, I was thinking, oh my gosh, this thing's going to blow my brain away. But once I learned the game, I'm like, you know, this game's not that bad at all. Okay. Here's our enemy turn example. All right. Into combat. There's a few pages on combat there, isn't there? Okay, then after your scenario, so it looks like we're going to have a little sheet to track all of our stuff. Got our additional game modes. Our roguelite mode here. We've got a little save sheet. All right, run our setup. There's our roguelite gameplay. Kind of curious about that one, but the campaign is what I'm really excited about. Got advanced rules, as if the rules here aren't enough. Nice little index on everything, and then more adventure tags and more combat tags. So that is just the rule book. Okay, now let's bring this back over. Let's see what we have inside this box. Now we're going to have a status sheet. So I'm guessing we're going to have this, so keeping notes as we're playing the campaign. You're going to mark stuff off. Stuff's probably going to say, hey, did you do this? Did you find this? Did you see this? Oh, and there's your roguelite mode sheet. All right, there you go. So it looks like they're going to give us a few of those. All right, so you have like 5 of them, it looks like. Very nice. Okay, we're going to get some tokens. Let's see. Sometimes these have like a little thing you can kind of pull on to open them up, but I don't see that. So, you know what? Let's just do it this way. We'll do it the easy way. All right. Nice thing is this is really, really thin plastic, so not too bad. And I like the cutesy artwork on this game too. You know, Awaken Realms, they've just had some phenomenal artwork. And this one kind of has that little cute look to it. So, all right. Now let's take a look at all these, and I'll give you a close-up look at all these little guys too. Here, these are sideways, aren't they? There you go. See, look at those little creatures, man. Little funky little creatures. And that guy right there. Okay, so there's the front side of that. There's going to be your back side. All right, so it looks like the tokens, one side or the other, because they're darker on here, is probably going to do something a little bit different based on the side that's coming up. All right, so we're going to have just some, I'm guessing the centerpiece is going to come out. We're going to have, those are going to track different things. I like the eyeball. All right, looks like a little road sign, what direction you want to go, maybe a little timer. Not these, looks like probably damage tokens. Maybe for tracking stuff, I don't know. Got your A's, got your B's over here. Yeah. Okay, those look really good. And this is going to be that one sheet that we had for putting in, it looks like, our cards for the map is what that looks like. I'm assuming that's what this is. Maybe not. Doesn't look like it has a 3-ring binder thing that the map showed, but oh no, this is going to be for other cards. So it looks like we'll be able to slide small cards in here. So this is going to be, yeah, we can put cards on both sides. There you go. So this is going to be a nice little thing to track. So they're all just kind of laid out nicely for you. That's kind of cool. Now we're going to take a look at their miniatures. And I'll tell you what, Awaken Realms has some amazing miniatures. And let's see if we can get this lid off. The fun part here is trying to figure out how to put everything back in the box once it's done. Okay, now the first thing I want to show you is this little itty bitty guy right here, because he's kind of cute. Let's see, there you go. Look at that guy. Look at that little dinky guy. That's some pretty good detail for that tiny little guy. And he's just going to fit right here in this little corner, or this little bottom edge. Put him back. But if you're like me, oh, Awaken Realms miniatures are fantastic. You know what? You put a wash on these things, and they just absolutely pop. I mean, the detail comes out. They just look phenomenal. Wow. Yeah, look at the detail on these guys. Little dragon guy right there. Yeah. Man, I'll tell you what. I can spend an hour just looking at these miniatures. I really like miniatures. It's kind of a Godzilla looking thing, isn't it? Get him back in the box. All right. Okay, the nice thing is I've actually, on some of these games, I've had to go back through these, watch my own videos just to figure out how to put everything back in the box. Whatever works, right? A little owl, man, horned owl thing. But there you go. Okay, and I'm pretty sure you can probably go out to BGG, or I'm pretty sure you can go to Awaken Realms, the Kickstarter page, or even their web page, and find painted versions of all these, which is probably better than what I'm doing right here. But hey, you know what? That you're just looking at a still. This, you get to listen to me blabber. And what's more fun? Okay, looking at the still is probably more fun, but that's okay. Oh man, look at that. Don't get hit by the axe on his face. Ouch. Wow. Gosh, who thinks of these things, man? I'll tell you what. These artists and the guys that sculpt these and create these, there's so much talent there. Man, just phenomenal. Wow, he's like, that's a fire-breathing little guy right there. Ooh, look at that. Ouch. Ow. That's going to hurt. Okay. And it looks like I've got a couple more. I missed one, I think. Oh, wow, turtle. Very nice. Little war turtle type thing. Okay, put him back in there. And then what do we have right here? I can't really barely see his face. But it looks like he's throwing a heck of a punch. And there you go. That is all of the figures in this box. Okay, so let's take, oh my gosh, there's a second row. All right, so let's take that box. I'm going to put the lid back on it just so that I don't lose that lid. All right. Okay, so this box, what do we have? Let's get this lid off. I don't know what SG and FG means. I'm guessing maybe those are going to be for expansions because there's nothing in there. So if you have the particular expansions, maybe they fit in this box. I don't know. But these are just going to be little, just your little guys. And you know what I might do here? I'll tell you what, because there is so much content to go through here, I'm just going to kind of pull this up. I'm just going to let you look at them, because these are the smaller ones. We took a look at all those giant big ones. Yeah, this is just going to give you a nice idea of what you're going to get. This guy's cool. Look at that tail on him. But yeah, oh, look at, oh yeah, he's just so cute and cuddly until he fireballs your face. And then, yeah, that guy's just, oh, yeah, he's just going to fireball the world too. Okay, so that is going to be those. And like I said, I'm trying to keep all this so that I can remember how to get it all back in the box. So I know that goes down on the bottom. Actually, let's put it on top of here so that way it goes top down. There we go. Okay, now, digging deeper into this box, what are we going to get? We're going to find, this looks like it's probably going to be our map book and whatnot. So let's see if we can get this. I'm going to pull off the side and open it up. And you can take a look at the artwork for that thing right there. All right, now, okay, let's get this back in here. Oh, okay. Man, there's so much content in here. It's ridiculous. All right, so we're going to have this book. I'm going to move this off to the side again because this is a kind of a side-by-side book. So I think this is the book that we use for our different adventures and stuff like that. And I don't know if we flip it over, if we have, you know, for example, maybe you just have it like this. And maybe there's some pages that you're going to have both open up. But here's one, too. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these. But each one of them does look kind of like its own little individual thing, doesn't it? All right. Except for this one. Kind of. Very nice. Oh, yeah. These are great artwork. Great looking maps on these. That looks warm. Ooh, cool. That's really neat. I like the little floating little island things there. Let's see. Let's take a look. I'll flip this one up. There you go. So that one's kind of got a little bit different angle and view to that one. See, that looks like it could be a hidden crocodile. No, not really. I don't know. Probably not. Little village. Huh. This is actually really cool. Really interesting. It's kind of the way it looks like you have to go to all these different areas, do some exploration. But I'll tell you what, Awaken Realms gives you a ton of stuff. Now, I'm not sure what all this is for. This is kind of really unique, traveling along this. Yeah, not sure what those ones are for. Those are cool. And there you go. And that's the back page. All right, now let's bring our big box back in. Try not to damage this box. All right, so it looks like we're just going to have a sheet of cardboard right here, and all that's going to basically do is just protect everything. Because now we're going to have, oh crud, now we're going to have another book. Let's move that out of the way again. So, and this one's only got binders here and binders here. So the middle is open. So this, yeah, this is going to give, that way they don't, I can see it, that you don't have the binder right in the middle of the map. Smart. That is really smart that they did that. So yeah, you got these 2-page maps, but you don't have to deal with the binding right in the middle of it. I think there's a couple other companies that could probably take and learn something about that. But yeah, these are all the little battle maps you're going to do. I'm not seeing too much of a difference other than whatever some of these different icons. You know, I'm not sure how those are going to play effect on the different combat on this game. I don't know. So, but it's unique. It's kind of cool that they did this, because they could have just said, hey, here's a picture of a map, plays these tokens in these locations. This way you don't have to worry about messing that kind of stuff up. And it gives you different artwork in the background to look at too, which I like. Very nice. Well done. That is really cool. Okay, now we're going to come over here to the Adventure Journal. Now, this book is huge. There's 262 pages, and look at all that text. And you know what? I'm not going to read anything in this, because calm before the storm. Okay, I'm going to show you this. Okay, you're going to have some nice little artwork right there. You're going to have the calm before the storm. You're going to have A0. Here's going to be your introduction. We're going to go to one page. So then you're going to start getting into everything. And this is probably telling you how to get it all set up. This is going to be my guess. And then, yeah, no, I'm seeing the tavern greet you. So we're done with that. So this is all your spoiler stuff. I'm not going to show you anymore. There you go. Okay, so we know this is actually going to go with this like that. Okay, now this, oh wow. Okay, hope you can see all this. So inside of here, what we're going to have is we're going to have another big giant, oh, what do we got? Okay, so we got an L cover. We have a little card box. So it looks like we're going to be putting some cards in here. And it's going to slide down in there. We're going to have this. I'm guessing this is going to be our token box. And it looks like we're going to have just some little yellow crystal gems. These are very standard gems. You guys seen those about 1,000,000 times. So we're just going to leave them in there. And that's going to go like that. I'm putting stuff off to the side exactly the way it kind of came out of this box. Actually, there's some cards right there. Let me see what that is. Oh, this is some boxes. Let's take a look at this. So we're going to have some boxes that are going to go in here. And hopefully they go inside of this. All right, get some of this stuff out of the way. Oh no, they're not boxes. They're just like sleeves. Okay, that you can kind of close this down on. That's all they are. Is you're just going to have like these little sleeves, and they're going to fit right down in that little slot. Okay, and then this guy down here is probably where all of our cards are. Okay, so we're going to be putting all this back in. All right. Oh, let's see. What do we have below this? It looks like, okay, that's going to be, wow, this is heavy. Okay, so this is actually the bottom of the box, folks, right there. That is the bottom of the box. Now, we're going to have these boosters. I don't know what's in these boosters. I don't know if it's random stuff that's in these boosters, but I am going to leave these boosters as a surprise. I'm going to open boosters when I have to open them. I don't want to see really what's inside those until then. We have this little card. Random combats, inventory. I don't know what this little guy is. Okay, he was just kind of tucked away. There's actually, what's the back side of the other one too? So we got like random combats. These almost look like divider cards is what they look like. So we'll put them back in there. We got a Ziploc bag here for some particular reason. I have no idea why. But let's just start. How about we start right here? And let's see what we can find. I don't, like I said, here's the front. Read the unboxing instructions before you open this pack. Don't shuffle the card decks in this. So yeah, so all of this stuff is going to is all going into that unboxing. And what's this one going to say? You know what? So those, you know what? I can do this. I've done this before. I'll figure this out, right? I think I did this on one of their other games. I just kind of opened everything up and mixed it all up, and it took me like an hour and a half to put it all back. Okay, so here's your back, here's your front. As long as I have those, I can put these all back together. I don't know if this is spoiling anything. Okay, absolutely have no clue if this is spoiling anything. But what I'm going to do is we're just going to kind of go through them. If you want to look at them, you can look at them. But I don't know. Just kind of give you an idea of what's in here. So I'll guarantee you that when I go to play this game, I'm not reading any of this stuff. You guys, I don't know if you're reading any of it. I'm paying attention to this artwork. I'm actually kind of interested. So it looks like the artwork pieces are going to be the same. The cards are going to be the same, is what it looks like to me. All right. So let's put that down in there. Some people don't care about the spoilers. Some people do. You can fast forward through if you think this is spoiling it for you. But I know by the time I get to this stuff, I will not remember anything on this game. Because, yeah, these campaign games, I love playing them. But, boy, it takes so long. It takes so long to play these things that sometimes it takes me forever to get back to them. And I sometimes forget what I even played. All right, the other action cards. So let's see what the other ones are. Fatigue. Oh, the little guy's tired. All right, and there's a lot of fatigue cards. Desperate attack. So it looks like we're getting 2 of every card. And boy, I'll tell you, the card quality, these are kind of a slick card, but the card quality feels really good. I mean, I think the production on this one, A+. Absolutely phenomenal. But I couldn't tell you the last time I saw an Awaken Realms game that wasn't good. I mean, everything they do is just quality. But that's the way I am with things. You know, if everything you do is quality and good, it's all worth it in the end. All right. But if you have quality along with good board gameplay, wow, then it's even a plus. I mean, that's just even that much better. All right, so I'm going to put those back in there. So those are going to be easy peasy for me to figure out. I'm going to put that little Ziploc bag right there. Okay, now we're going to have all these. Let me see, do these have anything special on them? They don't. They do have a number on them. These ones do. What about those? Nope. So yeah. All right, we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. All right, let's get these things open up. We're going to be here for another hour. We don't want to do that because there is a lot of stuff in here. All right, where is my knife? Because some of these little ones, boy, they just don't want to open up. Okay. Because, yeah, it looks like all we have left is once we get going through all these cards, that's all of your game. All right. So, oh, secret. So, yeah, so these are little secret cards you can get. So, you know what? I'm not sure I want to open any of these because these are all secrets. All right, so we're going to have secret 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and we're going to have some items. Okay, so all these secret cards, you know what? You don't get to know because they're secrets. These are all items. I'll show you items. Okay, whether you remember or not, I don't know when you're going to find them. Got some red berries, some fireworks, right on, some bait, glazed nuts, juicy berries, hobnails. All right. Another pouch, some rope, and some herbs, and a smashing hammer. Okay. So, those ones are fine. Yeah, I see something that says the word secret on it, and yeah, it's got to go away. Because it looked like it was going to give you new information on maps and stuff like that. And yeah, I know. I'm mean. Okay. So these, 50, 51, 52, I'm guessing something's going to tell you to go through the deck and find cards of these numbers. So I don't want to show you any more of those. Sneaking around the standees on this map indicated. Okay. Arena map 1, map 4. Yeah, so I don't, there's so much of this game I want to show you, but there's so much of this game I don't want to show you. Because I don't want to spoil this game. What's the backside of these cards look like? Oh, these are like your explored areas, it looks like. Yeah. Oh, and tier 1, tier 2. Yeah. So, you know what? A lot of this I just don't want to do. Let's see what's in here. So this is your major corruption cards, it looks like. We can get an idea what corruption. If you're going to get corrupt, what's going to happen to you? I kind of like to know some of that stuff. If games offer a penalty, what's the penalty going to be? It's really good to have an idea what that penalty is going to be. And there's some equipment cards. Let's see what else we have here. There's some enemy attack cards. Let's tell what they do. There's your corruption cards. And then these are just going to be like locked artifact. The gems are okay. All right, so I think we're okay on some of these. So we're going to have, yeah, these are probably like your artifacts. You probably flip it over when it's locked, and then you got to bring it back. So these ones I'll give you. These ones don't have little numbers on them. I don't know. I could be totally wrong, but let's take a look at that. The artwork is really cool too. All right, what do we got? Rocket Heart. What cards were these ones? Oh, these were the corruption ones. I have no idea how this corruption thing works. Okay, absolutely no clue how that corruption thing works. And why did they do the cards this direction? All right, I'm going to put these down in here. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure all this stuff out. Now, yeah, what are these? These are, oh, enemy attacks. So I have no idea what these all look to be totally identical. Oh, nope, and then we're going to have this one. So I don't, yeah, so you're going to have the different symbols. And I'm guessing when they go into combat with the enemies, the different symbols are probably going to do something. I don't know. What do we have here? This is going to be equipment cards, and then we'll have the last is going to be our corruption cards. Okay, so let's take a look at the equipment cards. Got the lunchbox. Bag of powder. All right, so I'm guessing all this equipment and some of these other cards, that's what that one sheet is. So you're going to slide everything inside of that. All right, and then here's these corruption cards. So we can take a look at how those, I have no idea what any of this stuff means. But there you go. And that's what we're going to get for all of that. All right, now, whoosh, that's only those cards. We haven't even started on all of these cards. So what do we have here? Unlocked cards. These almost, this looks like it is a bunch of, this is our, like our dividers for all of these different cards is what this looks like. Okay. So yeah, so our dividers we're going to have, yeah, so our young, so these, yeah, as you can see right there, which is actually just fine. Looks like you can flip them over and you can put them on whatever side you want. So that is how many different types of decks this game offers, folks. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so what do we have here? So this is the miscellaneous action cards. All right. And these ones here, I am going to leave these ones as a surprise. Miscellaneous action cards again. Okay, we got our front and back on both of those. All miscellaneous cards. What do we have? All miscellaneous cards again. And all miscellaneous cards again, 1-1. So these have like 1-1, 1-2, yeah. Okay. So that's that. So we're going to have a lot of different miscellaneous cards that are going to go in there. I don't know what they're all going to be, what they're all going to do, but it's going to be really interesting to find out. We looked at a few things here. Hope I didn't spoil anything too much for anybody. I know some people don't mind the spoilers. Some people do. Depends on what it is. I don't like spoilers myself either. But there you go. Let's see how to get all this stuff back in this box. Now, that's going to go there, and I know this is going to go here. Okay, easy on that stuff right there. Okay, now we're going to take our journal. Our adventure journal is going to come right down here. We're going to put this back in here, give us our nice flat area. I know our Dragon Eclipse book goes in the middle. We're going to put this over the top of it. And then we have this book, which actually goes right in here. Then, oh, you know what? I forgot to put these down there. So these, I could probably just slide right here, and they're going to be just fine. Now this figure box is going to go right on top of all that. I'm actually kind of thinking that this one book should be more in the middle. Okay, so that way that lays flat. Then we're going to put this one in here. Okay, and it's already sitting close to the top. We'll throw that down. Now we're going to throw our two boards down. I'm going to go punch these later. We'll get them in their slots. I got to figure out where all they go, and it's going to take me a while to figure all this out. Because I got to go through all the reading of the sheets and the whole 9 yards. But here's the status sheets. We're going to put the rule book, and then we're going to put our start here. Okay, so this is everything that you're going to get inside of Dragon Eclipse. The only thing, like I said, I didn't show you is all those Mystic cards that are going to go in there. There is a ton of those little Mystic cards. But you know what? This game looks amazing. Everything I saw in here looks absolutely phenomenal. And I want to experience as much of this thing as I possibly can. Because I know when I go through the start here and I put everything in the stuff, I don't pay attention to none of the text. I just look and see what goes where, and I ignore it, and then I can quickly, easily forget everything there is. But there you go. Whew, Awaken Realms. That's another big one. Dragon Eclipse. Hey, if you guys have been like looking forward to this game coming out, or even if you've played this game, I don't know if anybody's gotten this game yet. I think it's just getting ready to go out to the backers and stuff right now, or if you've backed it on Kickstarter, whatever you've done. Let me know what your thoughts are on this game, on these big giant campaigns like this as well. I love reading people's thoughts on all these. Leave all your comments down below in the bottom. And as always, thank you for watching.
I didn't even know my dad. Well, Dadula. You know what I'm talking about? Poor guy.